hero came to sing, spreading freedom and democracy. From sea to shining sea, we lead the way. With bombs and drones, we save the day. Oh, America, the brave and true, saving the world, it's what we do. Bow down and give respect, don't you see? For we're the land of the free. Our history's pure, no falsified, always on the right side of humankind. No crews or meddling in foreign lands, just lending a helping hand. Oh, America, the brave and true, saving the world, it's what we do. Bow down and give respect, don't you see? For we're the land of the free. Oh, America, the brave and true, saving the world, it's what we do. Bow down and give respect, don't you see? For we're the land of the free.
You must be Skylar. I'm Dude, and I have been tasked with assisting you in the making of your documentary about the project we are working on here.
Yes, I'm very excited about sharing everything I can with my followers in regards to the rebuilding of Room project.
Well, don't get too excited just yet. I haven't eaten since lunch. I have to stop in at Joe's, fuel up my truck, and take out the trash before tomorrow's collection. I'll meet you back here bright and early in the morning, and I'll give you a tour of some of the highlights.
I wake up early, punch the clock. 8 hours later, still feel stuck. Bills keep climbing, rent's too high. Working full time, barely getting by. I'm just a regular guy, doing my best. No fancy car, no high class flex. I work all day, then sigh at the price. Man, life ain't cheap, that ain't right. Coffee's cold, my boots worn thin. Another day, same place I've been. Dreams on hold, but I keep pushing through. What else is a working man supposed to do? I'm just a regular guy, doing my best. No champagne nights, just a pig stress. I work all day, then sigh at the price. And life ain't cheap, that ain't right. Maybe one day the tide will turn. Till then, I just live and learn. I'm just a regular guy. Maybe one day the tide will turn. Till then, I just live and learn. I'm just a regular guy.
Morning, Skylar. With all the rain we've been getting lately, you would think that we were in the middle of the wet season. The guy on the radio says it's going to clear up this morning and be another hot one this afternoon. Well, what are you waiting for? If you want to make a documentary, your best bet is to hop up into my truck and I'll show you around. If you you like good music, we ought to get along just fine.
I like all kinds of music.
Oh, I see. Well, I only play good music in my truck. Signs they have posted in here, you would think they would have one to remind people to flush.
In my country, there is an expression concerning this. It goes like this. If it's yellow, let it mellow. But if it's brown, always flush it down.
Why? You trying to save water? Well, what are you waiting for? If you want to get a good seat at the safety meeting, your best bet is to hop back into my truck.
For laughing. Dude, Bluetooth has nothing to do with your dental hygiene. It will enable me to connect the music files on my mobile phone to the vehicle's sound system wirelessly. That way I will be able to share my jam with you while we are traveling.
They must be refueling the shuttle for another test flight. Maybe later, but right now we have to get turned around and hit the back road hard, or there's no way we're going to land a front row seat at the meeting. That's strange. The truck usually backs up smooth like butter. I'd better take a look under the rear axle, just to be on the safe side. It might be time I consider replacing my U-joints.
Dude, is everything alright with respect to the universal joints on your vehicle?
I think so. The problem seems to be that a giant pylon somehow got itself wedged up inside one of the wheel wells. But look behind me. I wonder if the captain knows about this. Somehow this microwave tower fell over and severed the flamethrower arm on the Libertas Athena statue. We had better stop in at the office after the safety meeting and let him know before the soft opening next weekend. I might as well shut off the truck. It's going to take a hot minute to get that pylon clear of the wheel. I'm not sure how long it's been in there, but that might be a good explanation for my rather poor fuel economy lately. Captain in?
You're in luck. He just got back from a meeting. Go right in.
Good morning, Abby. I'm Skylar. I'm here to document the rebuilding of room project. My followers are very interested in what you are doing here.
I heard about that. It is very interesting, and I am pleased to meet you, Skylar.
I would enjoy very much to have lunch with you sometime.
I would like that.
Completely severed?
Afraid so, Captain. Cut clean off and lying in the sand under a fallen microwave tower. Ironically, I wouldn't even have discovered it if I didn't have to get turned around because of the road closure on account of the shuttle refueling.
I don't understand. How could this have happened?
Believe me when I say, Captain, I'm as baffled as you. On the bright side, I think I figured out why my truck has been going through so much diesel lately. Seems there was a giant pylon wedged in one of my wheel wells. Who knows how long it was in there? I've already noticed a difference in the smoothness of the ride. I can swing back over there and get the tower back up on its feet again this afternoon. That will give the professor time to develop a work plan for the repair of Libertas Lady Athena's throw arm. But right now I better get back to my truck. It's almost lunch.
Yes, we are going to need her operational before the soft opening to appease the gods during the ceremony. Dad's not going to like this.
I'm not going to like what? I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, but it's going to get hot this afternoon. If you want lunch, your best bet is to hop into the elevator.
Dude, would you mind if Abby joins us? I brought enough lentils and rice for everyone, and my butter chicken is a recipe that has been in my family for generations.
Sure, who am I to deprive a grown woman butter chicken with lentils and rice?
While you were removing the pylon from the wheel well, I was able to establish a connection to your Bluetooth. Perhaps now we could hear my favorite jam on the way to lunch.
I would like that.
Alright. I suppose so.
Yo, check it, step into my domain. Let the rhymes flow like a hurricane. I'ma break it down, let me school you quick. Got a sequence so tight, it's like a magic trick. It's called the Fibonacci, let me school you real quick. Start with 0, you add 1, do the mathematics, add the previous 2 numbers and keep it going like a beast. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, never gonna cease. The golden ratio, it's a legend in disguise. Found in nature's beauty from the flowers to the skies. Spirals in the shells, waves upon the shore. Artists use it in their work to make your mind soar.
Muscle.
Does he say? Muscles?
I think so.
That doesn't really make sense to me.
I know, but it fits.
I don't know what he's saying, but it's making my mind sore.
A picnic lunch will be very nice. Let's be careful not to tip the buffet table when we unload it. There is water under the trays that is hot enough to cause a burn.
I've got it. You just worry about your end.
Skylar, could you just set your end back down again while I get a better grip?
Dude, that's going to blister. The lunch was amazing, and before I forget, thank you for the sick hat and the travel mug, and dude, thank you for the ride.
It's no problem, Abby. While we're dropping you off at the office, I can check in with the captain again and find out if they've made any headway on the work plan for the graven image repair. I suspect they will have me working again this weekend. It's hard to believe the soft opening is only 8 days away.
I think it's only fair, since you shared your favorite jam on the way to lunch, I should share my favorite jam with you two fine gentlemen on the way back to the office.
All right, I suppose so.
Dude, maybe you should check in with the medic. You are starting to swell and your skin is turning red.
Yeah, no time for that. Besides, it was just water anyway.
What happened to you?
What do you mean?
Maybe you should check in with the medic. Your skin is all red and it looks like you're starting to swell.
That's funny. Skylar said almost the exact same thing in the elevator. Don't worry about me. I just got a little bit of water splashed on me while we were unloading the buffet cart before lunch.
Alright then. Guy has been briefed on the repair, and the professor's estimate is that our Lady Libertas should be as good as new by Monday morning. I hope you don't
You
mind.
can cancel any plans you might have made for the weekend. You're going to be busy.
Balls were flashing like sirens in the night. Noise in the void, no clarity in sight. Echo chambers ringing louder than before. Promises whispered behind the liberal door. Media feeds playing their own games. Fractured truths, everyone's to blame. Ignored the shadows creeping from the ground. And here we are now, the king with his crown. This is the pulse of the divide, crashing like waves in the tide. Fear and fire, the game rewired. The unheard screamed and the empire's word. Blue collar cries meet silent despair. Deserts of truth turn to fights unfair. Every vote a spark in the wildfire's haze. Burning bridges, nights turn to days. Algorithms feeding the hunger for war. Windows and walls, what are we fighting for? Misconnections and dissonance reign. The popular smoke through collective pain. Behind the scenes, the puppets rise. Strings of gold, the truth disguised. Through the chaos, one voice found. A mirror's reflection of lost ground. This is the pulse of the divide, crashing like waves in the tide. Fear and fire, the game rewired. The unheard screamed and the empire's word. History written in binary lines, clicks and choices erasing signs. Who can stand when the ground's caving in? The truth is the war that no one can win. This is the pulse of the divide, the scream of a nation too tired to hide. Heavy boots march on fractured ground. Trumpets blare with the victory sound.
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh, morning, guy. I was just watching a butterfly.
Well, shake it off. It's almost time to start work.
Yeah, I was up anyway, so I decided to come in early and mix the concrete. I've already got the rebar and the throw arm. I figured it'll have a bit more time to set while I'm cork filling and rigging Our Lady for the erection phase of the job.
Betty is running late, but she assured me she is on her way. She needs to earn a little extra cash, and I got Dad to approve the overtime so he won't be working alone.
Well, any help is good help. I might as well head over to the tool crib and find the rigging we will need for the lift. Best part is I already have the airship in the back of the truck because I used it last night for the tower.
Okay, I'll be in the office if you need anything, and I'll bring Betty out to the site when she gets in.
Alright, see you around. That's strange. Betty's car is here, but no sign of Betty. I guess while I'm here I should get the keys to the refill station. That will save me from having to come back later. Morning, Betty. I see you made it in. I hope everything is all right.
Dude, what are you doing here?
Remember this morning you told me if I needed anything?
I remember. What do you need?
Well, I figured I had enough time to pick up the last load of cork before lunch. So I was on my way to the fill yard, and since I was passing by here anyway, I thought it would save time later if I picked up the keys to the refill yard while I was passing by. The airship will be running on fumes by the end of the day, and I wouldn't want to return it to the shipyard empty.
Okay, I was just briefing Betty on the job, and I will bring her out to the site when we are finished. There is no point in sending her out there without being clear on the scope. We will see you shortly after lunch, and I will bring the keys with me. Just go get the last load, and then have your lunch.
All right, see you around. Well, there you are, my lady. Cork filled and almost ready for the soft opening. Looks like help is about to arrive, right on schedule.
Dude, is that what you do all day? Pose with a shovel? Let's keep pace. I have an appointment at 4:30, and I don't want to have to rush. With the extra help I brought, we should be able to cut out a bit early. I don't want to be late for hot yoga. Betty and I are signed up for the weekend session.
I just got the last scoop of cork into Lady Libertas. All that's left to do is install the throw arm so we can stand her back up and see if she wobbles. You might as well hop in the truck, Betty, and we'll take a drive down to the fabrication shop, toss the arm into the back of the truck, then stop at the tool crib to pick up the hoist for the install, and finally refuel the airship and drop it off at the shipyard so we can all get out of here.
I knew I was forgetting something. I left the keys on the cat scratch. You will just have to swing by the office later, I guess.
Abby told me your truck was equipped with a Bluetooth stereo system, and that her and Skylar were able to share their jams on the ride to and from lunch yesterday.
Yes, that is true. Abby joined us for lunch and they did share their music jams in the truck while I was driving.
Then it would only make sense that I should share my jam on the ride to the place, or whatever to then.
That won't be necessary, Betty. I'm quite satisfied with the 2 or 3 local radio stations that play the music that I...
There we go. I'm linked to your Bluetooth. I think it's only fair that if they shared their jams, I should share my jam too.
All right, I suppose so.
We will need to stop at the wash cars on our way.
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Guy. You kind of snuck up on me. I'm just waiting for Betty. She requested we stop at the wash car.
Was that bass-heavy music coming out of your truck?
Yeah, Betty wanted to share her music with me while we were driving to the fabrication hut to pick up Our Lady's throw arm. The concrete ought to be set up and ready for the install by now.
Okay, why don't you get moving and I will wait for Betty. I will even do you a favor and swing by the office to speed things up, and Betty can bring the keys to the refill yard back with her. We will meet you back at the site. And dude, keep the music down. This isn't a nightclub, you know.
All right, see you around.
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Dude.
What are you doing?
Dude.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was just watching a butterfly.
Let's shake it off.
Let's more time to start work.
Shake it off.
Start work.
There we go. I'm linked to your Bluetooth. Linked to your Bluetooth. Linked to your Bluetooth. There we go. Linked to your Bluetooth. There we go. Go. Stop at the wash cars. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. Stop at the wash cars. It's amazing how fast the day goes by when you are the only crew working on the weekend. Can you believe it's barely past 3:30? You will have plenty of time to get to your appointment before hot yoga tonight, after all.
All that's left for us to do now, Betty, is to hand over the keys so Dude can top up the tank once he has the airship docked in the back of his truck so we can get out of here.
Dad will be so proud of us for getting Our Lady standing up again well ahead of the soft opening next weekend. She looks as good as new.
I wouldn't be surprised if we both get a small bonus at the end of the month for coming in under budget and finishing ahead of schedule on this small but unexpected last-minute project. Plus, I'd put us in till 5:30 at overtime rate on the timesheet, even though we will be on the road before 4 o'clock.
She was a bit wobbly at first, but once she was fully upright, her foundation sunk right in. I made sure she was planted solid before I cut her loose of the rigging.
Dude, keep it under your hat, but you're paid till 5 at overtime rate, and all you have to do before you leave is unload the hoist, top up the fuel, and drop the airship off in the yard. So if you hurry, you should be on the road by 4:30. To save time, Betty might as well just give you the keys now, and that way you don't have to drop her off at the car when you're done.
All right, see you around. At least I got my radio back. Might as well swing by the tool crib first.
Talking heads on the TV screen say the war's about to go. Everyone's a drama queen. Let's end the show. Press the button, stop the chatter. Let's see what really matters. Turn this world into nuclear batter. Erase the world you shattered. Hungry politicians lying, empty promises they sell. Tired of all this time wasting. Let's bid this world farewell. The control, let it ignite. End this eternal fight. Tired of living in fright. Change day into night. Press the button, stop the chatter. Let's see what really matters. Turn this world into glowing batter. Erase the world you shattered. Don't threaten it anymore, just do it. The games, let's light the fuse. No more skirting around the edges. Dance among the smoky hedges. Don't threaten it anymore, just do it. We dare any of you.
Incoming call from the captain. Would you like to accept this call?
Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, would you put 'em on speaker for me, Siri? Please and thank you.
No problem, dude.
Hey, Captain. What can I do for you?
I'm just wondering how things went today with the professor's work plan.
All up and done, Captain. And firmly anchored, if I might add.
Well, that's good. It sounds like you're still driving in your truck. Do we have a bad connection?
No, Captain. I have you on speaker. I'm just about to pull into Joe's to grab a late dinner, and then it's dream time. I got a notice from my landlord about the trash in the front yard. The wind must have blown the bin over before the collectors had a chance to pick it up yesterday, so I have to tidy up outside to avoid a fine and an eviction notice. They gave me 48 hours, and I used most of those hours up at the job site, so I have to be up and at it early again tomorrow in order to stand a chance of catching up on the laundry before we are already into next week.
Oh my, it's 8:45 already. Why are you just leaving the job now?
A little mix-up with the keys. I had to double back to the office to switch them out so I could get into the fill yard and top up the airship before dropping her off. And then they had the rope to the bridge closed again for some reason, so I had to drive around. But rest assured, Captain, Our Lady once again is standing firm.
All right, dude. Dad will be happy to hear that liberty is restored.
What happened here on the weekend, guy? Some clown that apparently can't read left the gate to the refill yard unlocked.
Must have been dude. I had Betty give him the keys late in the afternoon. It was almost quitting time.
You didn't think the show was over, did you? This is far from over. The party isn't until next weekend. All right, see you around.
Excuse me, dude, wait a minute. Aren't you going to plug my documentary?